Hey everyone, welcome to the podcast Meet the Artist. My name is Emma and we are recording those episodes here in Nashville, the music city of US. I'm here to meet the most talented musicians, singers and songwriters in America. And today I have the one and only Anastasia Elliot. Welcome, Anastasia. How are you today?
Thank you so much for having me.
You look great.
Thank you. I raced to throw on some clothes after rehearsal, so we put it together quick.
Oh, that's perfect. I love it.
Yeah.
And you have the name of your songs on your clothes, which is amazing. We're going to talk about this.
From the album title, my plane crash number.
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about everything.
My plane is here.
Oh, my God. That's so cute. I didn't
Logo's
see the
on the
plane.
back. Yeah, I painted this suit, I think, right after I put the record out.
Oh, wow. I love this.
Yeah.
I love this.
Thank you.
We're going to talk about all the songs and all the video clips and everything that you have done. But first of all, I will start with the obvious, the purple. Your brand is purple. So how did this start?
I've always surrounded myself with the color purple. Like, even when I was a kid, my room growing up was purple walls and a purple shag carpet. And I would never say it was like my favorite color, but it was always the color I was like really drawn to. And I always wanted to surround myself with it. And then when I started working on my artist project, I have been purple since the beginning. And I started researching all kinds of things about purple and color theory and purple throughout history, and it's such a cool color because it's like the only one that doesn't have its own spectrum like other colors do. It's what kind of exists between blue and red, and I loved that it was this magical color that kind of exists in the in-between, and it symbolizes creativity and enhances creativity when you're around it, and boldness and uniqueness and luxury and royalty, and it just had like all of the characteristics that I wanted my brand to feel like, and magic. I don't know, it just had like the essence that to me was like the core of everything that I do.
I love this.
And then the even more interesting thing is when I got deeper into the research, my name in Greek is Anastasia, and it's the resurrection, and the color of the resurrection is purple, and like it just tied to like my own identity as a person, so it just felt perfect. Like, it feels right.
As you mentioned, I'm gonna say you're my first Greek into this
I love that.
to this show, which is amazing. I've heard about you 5 years ago when I've met your mom, and somebody introduced me to her.
So cool.
It is amazing. At Leaper's Fork at the Christmas parade, and she mentioned that, oh, I have a daughter who is singing and you guys should meet. And they introduced us because she was Greek and I was Greek. And since then, I was following you for 5 years.
Love it.
And I'm so happy today we get to do that.
Me too.
It will be the last episode of season 1, and of course it will be with somebody that we have the same roots. So the name of my grandfather was Anastasios. The name of my niece is Anastasia. It's one of my favorite names. Have you been to Greece so far?
Sadly, no.
Okay, you come this year with me.
I would love to. It is definitely like number 1 on my list of places I want to find my way to next.
Yes.
I'll never come back. I know, though. Like, I know for me going to Greece, like, I need to go for like a month. Like, I can't just go for a week.
I think you need to go for a whole year, probably.
Yeah, I need to go and write. I just
you need to go for the rest of your life.
Right? I'll never come back.
No, I'm just kidding. So your mom is Greek, but your dad is from America?
His lineage is more Italian and Scottish.
Oh, okay.
So I've got food culture in me really big, and Texan. So I'm Greek, Italian, and Texan. So we really like eating.
Oh, I love eating too, especially Greek food.
Yes.
But also the Texas barbecue is good.
Mm-hmm.
So you born in Texas, in Houston, and you grew up there. How did you make the decision to move to Nashville?
I kind of ended up here a little bit by accident. I when I was my junior year of high school, I spent traveling between here, New York, and LA to write music, and I met a producer here that I really gelled well with, and I came to work with him for the summer, and I just didn't leave. And I stayed in a corporate apartment for like a year, and then got my first apartment. And yeah, I came really young at 16.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you came here really young.
Yep.
So you also are a musician. You started playing piano when you were
Mm-hmm.
4, right?
Yeah, classical piano.
But you were able to play a lot of different instruments like guitar, bass. What other instruments do you
Yeah,
play?
I play guitar. I'm sponsored by Cream Guitars, which is super exciting, and we're
Ooh.
working on doing some really cool stuff together. I don't play anything else, like actually proficiently, but I like to play on everything. Like, I think just jumping on a new instrument I've never played before, I can always like write something interesting, because I think they're all just tools to play with. So piano is definitely my main instrument, but I'm playing more and more guitar. I've been more gravitating
That's
towards guitar
amazing.
lately than piano.
That's great.
Yeah.
I will give you a gift, which is our,
Oh,
our
I love
logo.
that.
Yes, it
That's
has,
amazing.
it has the pigs here, which is it's our
That's
logo,
awesome.
and you can put it here. I didn't have a purple
That's
pig,
so good.
but next time.
Red's my other favorite color, so
Oh, okay. So you can
I love
have it to
this.
your neck.
Thank you. That's an
And you
awesome
have your
gift.
pics always. So yeah, that's a
This.
gift from us to you
I
because
love
you're
this.
here.
Thank
I will give you
you.
this at the end, but now
That's
you said you're playing
amazing.
guitar. I was like, okay, I'm definitely giving to her.
Yeah, I
And I'm wearing it here because this way I always have pics.
it's a great idea. I just got a guitar that's like, oh, it's my spirit animal is a guitar. It's purple glitter, and it's so cool.
Oh, I
So I
love
haven't
it.
taken it on stage yet, but it's starting to get worked into
We're
the new
excited
show.
to see
It's very
you
cool.
playing guitar on the stage because I think all the videos and everything is with the piano.
Mm-hmm.
I was impressed at the first video clip you ever did. I think it was 2018 that you had a piano that you created only for that video clip. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Boy Who Cried Love video. Yeah, we built that piano to look kind of like a rib cage. It's like a claw. It was a very fun one to make. We deconstructed an old upright and built it from the pieces
Oh
of
my
the
God.
upright.
How did this idea came from? Like you had the idea and then you had somebody to make it?
Yeah, I used to work with this really great art director, and he could just build anything. And I learned how to build anything from him.
That's
and
great.
that one was something that we just wrote. It was kind of a one-off song and video before I had written the album, that we were just like, let's just make something really awesome. It was in this year that I was like in between, right before I signed to Warner. Here in this box are the memories of us, baby. Today marks the death of our love. Strike the match and watch it burn. Ashes to dust, now keep the but it does make 2 more appearances. I use it in Bones, in the video for
Right.
Bones. She's a little worse for wear in that video, but And then in the video I'm about to release is its final, it's
Ooh.
death, if you will. You'll see it.
Oh, it explodes.
You'll
So,
see.
oh no! Wow, this kind of comes to an end.
She has a great send off.
Oh my God, I love it. I'm excited to see it. That's
It
crazy.
was honestly, it was getting too worn down to store in my storage unit anymore, so I had to come up with a really awesome way to send her off.
I love that. How to ruin your
I
things.
saved all of the ashes, and
Oh,
I'm making these little rings that I'm going to sell that have the ashes from
no
all my
ways.
set pieces that
That's
die
amazing.
that day.
I want one ring.
Yes.
So you said you were with Warner.
Hmm.
So you started with Warner your first songs, or you're still with them?
No, I'm not. Well, when I moved here when I was 16, I started writing a lot, and I spent 3 years writing hundreds of songs and kind of developing what I wanted the sound to be and what just the vibe of the artist project was going to be. And then I wound up making my way to sign to Capitol, but in the middle of our deal draft, just like our negotiations, they got a new head of Capitol, and my guy left and went to Warner, but there was a non-compete that said he couldn't take anything that he had started at Capitol over to Warner for a year. And
Oh,
I wanted to be signed to him so bad because he was just like my biggest champion. He understood what I wanted to do and was like a big believer in what I was doing. So I didn't want to go anywhere else. So I was like, okay, I'll just spend a year writing more, developing more. I made the first video to show that I could do that, and because I wanted to be in control. And yeah, I just spent that year really honing in on exactly what I wanted to be as an artist. And the day that non-compete was up, he signed me to Warner, and then I recorded the first album, and we did a couple of the videos, and then I got in another regime change where they got a new head and he went over to Amazon and they fired like my whole team, and so I left and took ownership of all my stuff, and then spent years in and out of all kinds of situations trying to find a home for the album before it came out. And then I started releasing it myself. We got 2 singles out, I think, and then COVID happened and killed all our momentum.
oh no.
And then we held on to it because I was like, I don't want to just throw this out into the void and not be able to tour it and not be able to like promote it. Like I didn't know what I was doing. And so we held it and spent like 2 years not releasing anything because we didn't know when it was going to be over. And then in 2023, we were like, all right, we just got to start putting stuff out again. So then we started with the singles and got the album released in 2023 and did it all ourselves.
Wow, that's amazing. So right now you're an independent artist,
Mm-hmm.
and you're also, as you said, you're writing your own lyrics and song and producing, and you're also direct most of your videos,
Mm-hmm.
which are all amazing. You have a lot of videos.
Every song on the first album has a video.
You mentioned at the past that first comes the visual and
Mm-hmm.
after the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
So how does this work? How?
Yeah, I'm a very visual person. So to me, a song isn't complete until it kind of has this whole world built around it. And when I'm writing, I'm very inspired by sounds and kind of what they make me see in my head. So I don't really like writing on acoustic instruments. Like I don't like writing on just piano or guitar. Like I have and I can, but I don't feel like it brings the coolest stuff out of me. So I like to build like a vibe. Even if it's not the vibe, it's going to be in the end, because that is what kind of gets a visual in my head. And so whatever I kind of like write as the vibe, and I just kind of start flowing with melodies, and then I usually have some kind of picture, and then whatever that is kind of what I describe to make the lyrics.
Wow.
I had to backdoor my way into lyrics because I'm just not like an easy access words person. Like I don't have a lot of words floating around up here. I have visuals. So I was like, okay, if I just like describe the things that I am seeing, those will be lyrics.
Oh, I love this. I've noticed also that you're using different language than English.
Mm-hmm.
They're mostly French, as I see, and you have a little bit of Spanish.
Italian.
Italian, right. Italian. How this idea came up to use, like, for example,
Yeah.
French, especially the title of the album, for example.
Yeah, I'm an opera singer, so I started training when I was 9, and I grew up singing in all kinds of languages, even if I had no clue what it meant. I usually didn't know what it meant. I would always be very resistant when my teachers would be like, okay, now you need to go and translate it and know what you're singing about. And I'd be like, no, you can just feel it. Like, I don't need to know. But I've always loved singing in other languages. I'm not a fan of English opera, really. So I wanted to incorporate those influences into the album. And the title of the album, La Petite Mort, is in the bridge of Cigarettes and Gasoline. That song wasn't originally on the album. When I made the album on Warner, it wasn't on there. So once I left, I was like, it doesn't feel right that this song isn't on there when I named the album because of its bridge. And I also wanted to like add a song to the album that I could like start with just to dip my toes into releasing things independently, because I just had this album had so much that went into it. Like I just want to put one more thing out just to like see what happens before I just start giving away this stuff I've worked so hard on.
Yes.
But now it was just its anniversary on Saturday. 7 years.
Wow, I love it.
Crazy. But yeah.
But you did have an amazing video clip also for the Cigarettes and Gasoline.
Yeah, that was the first video that I made after I left the label. And for me, it was like I had to prove to myself that I could finish the vision and that I didn't need anybody else. And so I went nuts and made a crazy video. And then the Cigarettes and Gasoline video is the only video where the man doesn't ever have a face. And it's kind of this repeated cycle of murder, but it's meant to symbolize like the toxic cycles that we can get in when we're in an unhealthy place and unhealthy relationships.
Goodbye, love. It was nice to know you while we had the chance, and I love the way you look with blood on your back. Stay right here next to me. I'll always be your baby. You and me, we're cigarettes and gasoline. We played with fire and scorched what we could have been. No, you and me, we're the last bullet in the magazine. I'll pull you close to me, close enough to smell the cigarettes and gasoline. Cigarettes and gasoline. Cigarettes and gasoline. Cigarettes and gasoline.
And, you know, the next song is the plane crash song, which we'll get to, but I think that song for me, Cigarettes and Gasoline, and the video symbolizes kind of this pattern of kind of toxicity that I was in until I kind of had that experience that changed my life and opened me up in a different way.
So the song right after was the crash landing, which, as I saw, you said the past that it did change your life. So you already had this song written, and then you got to the airplane. You were going from
here to
from
New
Nashville
York.
To where?
New York, LaGuardia.
To New York to work on this song.
Yeah,
that is so crazy.
Yep, to demo it.
Oh my God, to demo it. So it wasn't it wasn't done yet.
It was written. I think there were things about the second verse I wound up changing after the experience, just because I wanted to make it feel a little bit more tied to that experience. But like the song was written.
9 lives we all want. 9 lives. dead. More time, we all want more time to go on when there's nothing left but following the light. And then without a warning, I hear the sirens calling. Look up, we're falling from the sky. Faking our suicide, gonna come back to another life. With cocaine, sugared hearts, and a sinner's parade. Does anybody know where we are? We're going down, falling off the radar. Hold on to me tight, brace yourself for a crash landing. Scream out, I'm screaming out loud. The lights are flashing fires, burning us all. The signs, but I missed the warning. The smoke is choking us. It's thicker than I thought it was. What thought we said about more time? Faking our suicide, gonna come back to another life. With cocaine, sugared hearts, and a sinner's parade. Does anybody know where we are? We're going down, falling off the radar. Hold on to me tight, brace yourself for a crash landing.
So tell me a little bit about this experience, because I've read your experience, but I want you to say how you
Yeah.
experienced it.
Yeah, well, it was a Southwest plane, and it was pilot error. So she came in too fast and crushed the landing gear into the plane, and we slid 2,000 feet, and the engines caught fire, and we were like stuck on there for 20 minutes, and it was just filling with smoke, and they didn't say anything at all because it was, an investigation at that point. The pilots never said a word, and the flight attendants were like panicking, didn't remember what to do. The one in front with me was like crying,
Oh my God.
and just like, everybody sit, we're not at the gate yet. And I was like, we're not going to the gate. Like, do you not see what's happening right now? Like,
That's crazy.
what are we supposed to do? And me and this one other guy wound up going to the bathroom and getting like wet towels for people to put over their faces because there was so much smoke. And eventually we put the slide down and just decided we were going to leave. And then the flight attendant at that point was trying to get everyone to leave their purses on the plane and not take anything with them, which I did not listen to, and you shouldn't listen to either, because all the people that did listen had no money, no IDs, no medications, like anything that they had with them that they needed for like a week. It was a mess. And then they put us on buses for like an hour and a half. No water, no EMS services. Like, let me tell you, the whiplash from a plane crash is nuts. Like, I had nerve pain down my arms for months.
Wow.
They didn't even have Advil. And then they put us in like a conference room for 6 hours, and I wound up making friends with one of the police officers that was in the hallway, and I gave him my credit card, and I was like, go to the store. They wouldn't let us leave. I was like, go to the store and get like Advil and blankets and socks and I don't know, just things that are like comforting.
Thanks God you had your credit card.
And I'm like 18 years old. I have no clue what's going on. But I was so like, I think in that moment I lost the invincibility that you feel when you're 18. Like, I was like, all right, nobody's gonna fix anything. Like, my parents were randomly visiting me in New York when this happened. So they came to the airport, which was wild because I was there like every 2 weeks and they never visited me. So they were there, they came to the airport, and my mom, they didn't know where we were. My mom was like trying to find us and nobody knew where we were. So they just like started wandering the airport, and they're like passing like Homeland Security and all these things in the hall, and they wind up finding us. And she was talking to the police officer, and he told her, he was like, I just saw this like purple hair just like whip around the corner, and she's just like ordering everyone and telling everyone what to do. And
That's very
so when I'm in a
crazy.
crisis, apparently I go into total boss mode, which I was happy to learn. But yeah, they didn't handle it well at all.
Oh, that's bad.
Somebody stole my jacket off the plane. They gave me like some money for it. They paid for my acupuncture for like a month. But yeah,
That is crazy.
I try my hardest not to fly Southwest.
Oof, and I fly Southwest next month.
You'll be fine.
After this, I don't know. Were you afraid of aeroplanes before that?
No.
Okay.
No, I wasn't at all. I loved turbulence. I loved to put my headphones on, and like I loved when it was turbulent and I could just like get into
Okay.
music. I was not scared of flying at all.
Because I was very scared. I'm a little bit claustrophobic, so I had to do a lot of work with myself to be able to get into airplanes just to travel. Because I love traveling that much that I had
sorry,
to.
you have to talk to me now.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Things happen, I guess. But I believe you had to go through the same process after you had this experience because, it was hard for you to get into the airplane again.
It still is.
It still is.
I mean, I had 3 flights in a row that were really bad. So there was that one. And then the next week, I don't know how, but nobody stayed to fly home with me. I flew back by myself, which was super dumb. And I didn't know how I was going to be, though, because like I come from a family and a community where emotional intelligence is not really like high. Like everything's kind of perfect all the time, and you don't really talk about those things. And so I didn't have the skills to even know what I was feeling about any of this. And when I showed up to the airport, I was feeling all right. I set everything up to be like exactly what was the opposite of what it was before. So like I was sitting on the left side of the plane when I was in the plane crash, so I chose the right side of the plane. And like I want to make sure I had an aisle seat because I wanted to be able to get up if I needed to get up and stand and get out. And so like I had made all these things to where it was going to be all right, hopefully. And it wound up being like the most turbulent day of the year. And we were just like dropping, and I'm freaking out and walking up and down the aisle and not knowing what to do with myself and just in total panic. And I think being trapped for like 3 hours in total panic was honestly in some ways more traumatic for me than the actual plane crash. I mean, they worked hand in hand, but turbulence then became my thing. Like landing wasn't really the problem. It was turbulence. And so the next flight, I got Xanax from my vocal doctor, and he was like, I don't know what your dosage is going to be, so take half a pill, like not on the plane, see how you feel, and then take a whole one if you need it. I take half a pill in the studio one day and I didn't feel anything, and then I took a whole one to get on the plane. And the last thing I remember is being dropped off at the airport. And then I have these like flashes of memory, like, the makeup vending machines at the airport. My next flash of memory is like my purse being open and I bought makeup, I guess, but I didn't leave with it. So I don't know what I did. And then my next memory, I woke up and I was on the plane. Nobody else was on the plane, and I had whitening strips in, and I have no clue where I got those. And I had my face on my iPad, and there was nobody else on the plane. And I like wake up and my mom is like calling me because she's been tracking my flight, and I couldn't even speak. I was drooling on myself and got sick all over the plane. And the flight attendant comes back and she's like, I gave her the phone. I gave her my mom, and my mom told her the story, and she was like, I was an Army nurse. Like I've seen PTSD. Like, don't worry, we'll take care of her. They take me off the plane in a stretcher, and then they just let me go in New York alone. And I literally like couldn't even hardly speak. I had a car picking me up because I just tried to take as many variables out of the equation. And so luckily I had a car that knew where I was supposed to go. And apparently I got sick on myself again in the car at some point. And I went to the dry cleaners under my manager's apartment and took off all my clothes and gave him my clothes, told him the whole story of my plane crash so he knew that I would come back and get my clothes and that I wasn't a drug addict. And apparently walked up to the apartment, probably butt-ass naked.
Oh my gosh.
Took a shower. Everyone talked to me, thought I was fine. I don't remember any of this. Like, I don't have any recollection of going to the dry cleaners at all.
No
I was
way.
totally blacked out.
Oh my
And
God.
I got dressed and went out and partied. I went to like 2 of my friends' birthday parties. I was like getting everybody drinks and cars, and I don't remember any of this.
Wow, that's crazy.
So yeah, those 3 flights together really like made lasting damage. And so I
Wow.
started then traveling with like, I did use the Xanax for about a year, but it wouldn't really help. It would just make me sleepy and upset. Like, I wasn't any less upset.
You were still upset.
And so for a long time, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't listen to anything. I would just pick a speck of dirt on the window, and however much it was moving was how much I was freaking out. Like, if the plane wasn't steady, I was just like crying. And I wouldn't stop traveling, though. I love traveling, so I was just going to suffer through it.
Right.
And then I found knitting helped, like something that, or solitaire, like something that was like a moving meditation that didn't require much brain power. But now I'm pretty good at flying. It's just, I don't like turbulence, but it takes a lot to make me cry.
Right.
Like, I can listen to things now. I don't really like watching things, but I can listen to things. Yeah.
So you said that after what happened, it gave you more power to write more songs, and you turned something dark to creativity, which I really liked and I really admire to people, because instead of somebody complains, they turn it to something good. So you turn it to creativity. You wrote almost 200 songs after this, right?
Yeah, I mean, alchemizing trauma and pain and bad things that happen to you into art is, to me, like the main message of my artistry. I would never trade that experience for anything, because it gave me the entire blueprint of my first record. And I think when you are able to turn experiences like that into art, it makes them worth it. Like, I don't think that when you meet interesting people, they usually have been through some crazy stuff. Like,
Right.
it's very rare that you'll meet someone that you're just like, oh, that person's awesome and they've been through nothing. Like, those are usually the people that have decided, no, I'm gonna take that awful thing and I'm gonna make it worth it. Like,
Exactly.
and it adds spice to your life.
Of
Like,
course.
no, I wish I wasn't scared of flying now, but I think it also gave me mortality motivation to go hard at what I do and to never sacrifice things. It gave me a resilience and just like a totally different perspective on everything.
You were also having speeches about mental health and things like that to schools. But I don't know a lot about it. I don't know if you want to tell me more.
I love giving speeches and just talking on this topic of turning trauma into creativity and just how powerful that can be. And it's not just for artists. I mean, anyone can paint something or write something, or even just journaling about it. It's very healing. I think art and creativity is what we're supposed to be doing, and we're meant to do, every single one of us. And that's just like one of the tangible and free things that you have to be able to heal yourself.
Right. I'm happy for that, and I'm sure a lot of people will be inspired from that.
I hope so.
And mental health is big for me, and I don't think in our days well, maybe not. As we go, it's getting better, but I don't think at the past they were making important. I feel like it's as important as our health, so we have to take care of it, because if we don't, we can suffer.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, back then there were not nearly as many resources as there are
right
now. I mean, I looked for every single type of therapy on the planet. Like, I did everything from hypnosis to all kinds of talk therapy to like finding mediums to like anything I could find, because I was just like so desperate to heal myself and learn new modalities of healing myself. And that's what totally opened me up to, I mean, I'm a health and wellness obsessed person. And if without that experience, I don't know that I would have been. Like, I didn't read before that. I hated reading. I just thought reading came from school and it was something I had to do. After that, I started averaging like 60 books a year. And I hated being outside before that. I'm a Houston girl. Like, I come from a hot place. Like, AC was my friend. And after that, I was like Miss Nature Woman with my hands in the dirt. It just like connected me to life differently and to people differently. Like how I wanted to spend time with people, and I don't know, changed everything.
That's amazing. Okay, I'm going back to the songs.
Yeah.
So the song after the crash was London. Also, the background of the video clip shows London. So I'm curious. Have you been to London?
I have not. I'm still not. I can't wait for the day. Like, it'll be a big moment for me when I get to play a show in London and I get to change that lyric to, like, I'm in London or something.
I think we have direct flights from here to London, and I think they're the shorter flights to go to Europe, here and to Ireland, which is great.
Next year, that's the plan, to get to Europe for
what was your inspiration to write the song for London?
I think, well, in particular where that lyric is in the song, I was talking about basically meeting someone and falling in love and having it be like this experience that feels like deja vu and like something you've been through maybe in like a past life. And to me, London is kind of a place that it almost feels like a place that I've been, but I've never been there. And I think it just has like a magicness to it that has always called to me. We'll see when I get there. But I wanted to pick somewhere, it was just something somewhere I've never been that sounded good in the song.
Oh, okay. So you connected with the lyrics of the chorus that you say to the guy, what if I've known you in some other life? Which I feel it sometimes too. I feel like you meet somebody and you say, okay, it feels like I've known you forever, right? Mm-hmm. Did you felt it with somebody, or it was metaphoric?
Back then, no. Okay. But I'm not really somebody that tends to write from current personal experience. Like, even with the crash landing, I just write what comes to me in like a very flow state kind of way. So most of the time I don't even know what I'm writing about until sometimes years later, that I think I write very predictively, because I'm just kind of writing just whatever I see. Like, it's not, I rarely go into the studio with like this thing just happened to me and I'm writing about that. Like, that never happens for me. Oh. I'm trying to start doing that now. Like, that's something I'm starting to play with in my writing now. But back when I wrote that record, I was just writing. I didn't know what anything was about. It was just like what naturally was coming to me. And then as I've been with this record now for so many years, I've seen certain songs where I'm like, oh, like that's totally what I was talking about, but now I understand it.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I don't know, because sometimes writing songs for me can feel like this like higher self talking, like something that just like knows more than me.
Right.
It's a weird experience.
And I feel the same when I write the song. I feel like I'm in a different space, or like, so I can totally understand what you mean.
Sometimes even creating characters, like sometimes it'll be like, oh, this character that I want to make in this video, like what would she think and say? And sometimes that's where it comes from. But I found out recently that London has been playing in the double-decker red buses in London, and I'm like so excited about that, and I really want to go to London just to hear it in the bus.
Guys, if you're in London and you listen to this podcast, please invite Anastasia, please.
I had like 3 people randomly send me messages that were like, I just heard your song in the London bus. And I was like, can someone please take a video for me?
I love that.
Yeah, so that was exciting. It's definitely found its way over there.
Just had a deja vu, something in the way that your body moves. Just saw you dance for me underneath the sky in London. I've never been to London.
you're an independent artist, you have millions of views on YouTube, and you have at least around, let's say, 50,000 listeners on Spotify, which is, you made it, right? You didn't have somebody to back up for you. You didn't have help. How do you feel? Like, for example, have the songs play in the bus, or like have all those people following, and you did everything without help, without nothing. How does this feel to see your songs be successful and have people that love your music and your art?
It's incredibly rewarding. I had so much fear around releasing this music, especially because so much went into making it that I knew if I blew it and I like didn't get it to stick, like I was just like, how could I ever like make something to back it up? Like, at least back then, that was kind of my thinking was, oh my God, I just like lost this label deal. And I made all this stuff, and even though I made that stuff myself, I still produced that record, and but I had backing and I had support, and just being like, if I ruin this release, like, what's going to happen to me as an artist? Can I continue? And I remember the night that the album released, like, we had built momentum with the singles, but the night the album released, it got like 8,000 streams in its first like 24 hours. And I was not expecting that. Like, I was expecting it to maybe get like a couple hundred on the first night. And I was so excited about that. But, numbers online still can feel really intangible and kind of like, cool, it's a number, but you don't really feel that. And the next night I went to see Ghost at Ascend Amphitheater, and I remember looking around and like seeing that there were a lot of people there, and I was with Derek and I asked him, I was like, how many people do you think are here right now? And we looked up the capacity of the venue, and it was almost the exact number of people that had streamed my album the day before. And it was so cool and like such a big moment for me to look around and see like tangibly, this is how many people listen to my record. And I think I like always try to remember that, because now, I mean, we're up to the 50,000 monthly listeners, and I'm like, it's that times 5 plus a little, like. And I think sometimes online, because none of that stuff is really generating income. Like, there's not much that's bringing back to me other than the excitement of seeing the numbers grow. And I just try to like actually picture what those people look like. And when someone sends me a message about how something like affected them, it's the best part of my day. Like, it's like, hell really? Yeah. Like, one of those messages can carry me for like a month.
Oh my God. What was the best message they've sent?
Ooh. There's actually a really great one that I got the other day about my new song, Wish I Could Be Better. And this girl was telling me how she loved how she could feel the nuance of emotional range in the song, in both the production, and how the song made her feel both like she could process pain but also feel really empowered. And I think that nuance is something that I work really hard to put in every single thing I do, whether it's like the music and the production and the layers and the symbolism and the songwriting and the layers in the videos. And like, I loved that, like, that hit her in a very nuanced way.
What's the story behind the lyrics, I wish I could be better?
I was literally on the phone and I was trying to think about how to even tell this story, because I haven't done it yet on my social media because it's a very racy story.
Oh.
But I think I've figured out a way to talk about it easily. I started dating someone when I was 18 who was almost 30, and we wound up being together for 8 years. And it was, I was really young when I got in that relationship, and a lot of things happened near the end that brainwashed me a lot. Like, the last 3 years of our relationship, he was pushing me and harassing me to do, some kinky sexual things that were not cool with me. And, years of somebody just like pushing that on you all day, every day. And I was like, fighting it. And, I would beg and cry for it to stop, and it didn't. But, I didn't want to throw away our life together because we'd been together for so long. And, he had a kid that I was a mother to. And it was one of those things that, like, I kept telling myself, it'll go away. It'll be fine. It'll get better. And it just didn't. It got worse and worse and worse. And then we, like, approached COVID, and it kind of hit a point where I started to give in to certain things just to, like, push it off and get it to go away, and, like, hopefully just be like, all right, if I do this thing, like, will that be enough? Like, will that be enough? And I just kind of kept crossing my own boundaries. Mm-hmm. And then, as it can in the brainwashing process, wires get crossed, and there were things about it that I was like, starting to be like, oh, maybe I could do that. Maybe I could do that. And, eventually it came to him wanting to see me with other people. And I'm just, like, a very energetic and loyal person, and that just, like, didn't jive with me. And I made, like, this compromise where I was like, okay, we can do a shoot with somebody that'll be really racy, and, like, hopefully that will satisfy this thing. And, he had me on the dating apps and just, like, running dating apps for me, and it was just, it got dark.
Running dating apps for you?
Yes.
Ugh, okay.
It got real dark.
I mean, I can hear anything, and I will not judge it, because it takes all the types to make the word.
Yeah.
So, but as long as they're both comfortable.
Exactly, yeah. There's nothing wrong with, wanting what you want. But when you got as much pushback as he got from me, like, there was a lot wrong with it.
Right.
And so eventually I made this compromise, and I wound up, it very much, like, shined this light on just how much I'd been abandoning myself and how many boundaries I'd crossed for myself. And I had a good time, and I enjoyed myself, and he didn't. And then he was upset with me because I had fun. And then I was like, this is over. Like, I just remember going through days of just being, like, devastated and just, like, feeling the grief of everything that had actually happened to me that I'd been repressing for years, and going back through my journals and reading how every morning I would start my journal with, I feel really miserable today, and I feel like a shell of myself today. Like, maybe I could try these things to get him to stop. Like, and just, like, reading my own words for years. And because I used to journal every morning, and just being like, what the hell have I let happen to myself? And I just, like, bombed my life. I was just like, get out. Like, I kicked him out. But at that point, I still, years later, am working through things that, that caused in me.
Of course.
And I went through a period where I was just needing sexual empowerment and sexual freedom. But I also had this, like, undertone of guilt that I was leaving this person that I'd built a life with, and this child that I'd invested 8 years of my life into, who, saw me as a parent figure. And it was just this struggle between knowing I had to, like, grow out of this and find myself again. And I'm clearly, you can tell in my work, a very sexual person. So right. I needed to find that empowerment. And I believe that is so tied with creativity and expression. And yeah, it's really a song that's about those crossed wires, because the lyric is, I wish I could be better, but the undertone of the song is not at all wishing that you could be better. It's, the truth of wishing you could be better a little, but also knowing you want all the love and you deserve all the love, and you just, I kind of became insatiable for a bit.
Thank you for sharing this story.
It's a wild ride of a story.
Yeah, thank you for sharing this. When did you write that song?
I wrote it in 2020.
Okay, so it's been 5 years now.
Yeah, kind of the release structure for me, like the first album is really Plane Crash, and all the processing of that experience and all the, like, phases of life I went through kind of after it. And then Wish I Could Be Better is, like, right after, I feel like that traumatic experience kind of got wrapped up and I was entering into a new one.
I don't wanna push it too far, but every part of me is caving. Come a little closer, darling, close enough to sink my teeth in. I wish it could be better. I wish it could be better. I want all of the love. I just can't get enough. I'm so hungry for blood from you. I stole you from the light. You taste it just like heaven. Can't help my appetite for you. I wish it could be better. I wish it could be better.
And then the next record is really about empowerment and kind of where I more currently am.
A lot of people can be connected to that and feel the same, because it's a lot of people into this world that they are struggling to, put boundaries, and people just crossing the boundaries. I think the most important is like putting boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we don't really know how to do it. Nobody taught us.
I was awful at boundaries.
Yes.
Still struggle with it, but
yeah,
I'm
I'm
pretty
the same.
ruthless about it now. Like seeing what it can do when you don't have them.
Right.
I care a lot.
Life
now
is
about
really
them.
simple if you think, like, if we all had boundaries, say, hey, I don't want this, or
Mm-hmm.
hey, you crossed the boundary, that, if we just learn how to say no, or express that we
Mm-hmm.
don't want it or we don't like it, it
Yeah.
will be
And being
easier.
willing to walk away when someone can't meet that boundary. Because I think
Right.
that for me, it was the follow through. Like I said no all the time, but it was the follow through of, if this keeps happening, I'm leaving. Like, and if I'd done that a lot sooner, I probably would have saved myself a lot of pain.
Right.
But I also wouldn't be who I am today.
And also you will release that
So-
album,
Exactly.
which is really powerful.
Yeah. So I can't say I regret it, but I hope anyone that can be inspired by this
I think a lot of
can
people
get out of
will
their
be.
situations earlier.
So you're working on the album. What are the shows we might see you in the next
Yeah,
months?
there's a lot going on right now.
That's good.
I'm about to release the second to last video from the first record for If and When.
We're blind to see what our words really mean. Falling for every line, running with every sigh. When you crash, I burn. When you bleed, you know I hurt. I wanna believe the truth, but it's so hard with you. I don't wanna go home tonight, 'cause I'll be faced with my doubt. I just wanna stay here tonight with you, 'cause I don't wanna think about if and when we run away, chasing all our dreams. Will we still find you and me underneath it all? If and when the seasons change, still I know one thing ends another.
And then I'm about to film the final video from that record in a couple weeks, which is the most ambitious video I've ever pulled off, or hopefully pulled off. and then I go into working on the visuals for the new record, and shows I know I have one February 7th here in Nashville. And then we're working very hard on booking shows outside of Nashville. So
Yes.
next year, my
Let's do the
big
tour.
focus is going to be playing in other cities next year and hopefully getting to Europe. I'm going to Europe next year.
Yes.
Oh, your question about London in the background of the video. Sorry, ADD, going back to it. That was one of the only times we've ever used CGI in a video because I wanted it to feel like it was there, and then it crumbles in the background.
Oh yes, but it really felt real. I thought you were in
No,
London.
I had a really great CGI artist, the same guy that built the piano for me.
Oh wow.
He was a great VFX artist. And we're very big about practical effects. Like, we don't really like to use CGI much, but that was one of the only times it made sense. The black dress video, the first video I ever released, there's no CGI in it.
Wow.
It's all
How
real.
did you do the black dress? I was curious.
In a water tank. We built my dress on a Barbie, and then we pushed water through it with an egg dropper and different currents to make the tentacles move how we wanted, and then it's composited.
Wow.
On top.
That's crazy. I love it.
So we
But
really
also-
love to find practical ways of doing things.
Yeah, and you put your clothes together. It's you
My
and,
mom.
and your mom.
Yeah, my mom and
I've seen your TikTok videos. You said, my mom did this costume for me.
She's
how,
amazing.
How,
my mom and my friend Lacey. Lacey's done a lot of my costumes too.
how
in the first
amazing
videos. Yeah.
that your mom helps you, right?
Yeah, it's fun. We have like a little Warholian factory happening all the time. Like, there's always costumes on the kitchen table. Like, the kitchen table is where everything happens. She's amazing. It's definitely like, she's so cool because she started out, kind of assisting Lacey, and we would kind of all problem solve together, and we would all really be like working on things together. And then now I can just be like, hey, I want this, and she figures it out.
Oh, that's so
and
cute.
I do. The dress she's about to make me for this final video is crazy.
It is?
It's edible.
Edible.
Mm-hmm. It's chocolate.
Chocolate.
It's chocolate.
Ooh.
So she's been engineering sewable chocolate fabric and
That's amazing.
designing something very cool. So
I want a chocolate
she's awesome.
dress.
It's going to be delicious.
Yes, I know. I love it. But all the costumes you had were great. I mean, we didn't talk about the video clips of Masquerade.
Mm-hmm.
You did the video clip for Bones, C'est la vie. The next one was
In the dark.
La Petite Mort,
La Petite
sorry.
Mort.
In the dark,
Lion's
Lion's Den, Crimson and Violet, and then Blitz. All of them had really nice dresses, and I really like the ideas,
Thank you.
They were not just simple video clips.
No.
You singing at the corner. They all had a story. And I don't know if we have time to talk for each one video clip, but if you want to share a story about one of those video clips that you have done, like, I don't know which one you want to talk about.
Man, they've all been wild.
Yes, they're all been white. So I don't know which one to pick because they were all great. I mean, your last one was Bleach.
Yeah, the last one was Bleach. That one was really, really fun to make. There's so many Easter eggs in that one. There's Easter eggs in all of them because they're all meant to be in the same kind of universe and tie together in kind of abstract ways. But Bleach, to me, is really the cleanup of the record. So in that video, I'm cleaning all of the costumes and murder weapons from all the other videos. So it's a Bleach commercial through the
That's why
50s, 70s, and 80s, cleaning all of the weapons and clothes from the other videos.
You have a lyric there that you say that I put my dreams in sleep.
Sorry, I have to go through the whole song.
Yeah, I have
the
to
lyrics.
remember something like that.
Let me show you all of my secrets, all the stains I've covered with bleach, and all the dreams that I have put to sleep.
All the dreams that I've put to sleep. What do you mean with that? Because you're pursuing your dreams. You go for it. You write your songs, you produce them. And when I've heard that, I was wondering, what does he mean? What dreams do you put on sleep?
Probably my dreams of murdering people. I mean, those are the stains I'm trying to get out.
Oh, you were talking literally about your dreams.
Maybe
I
so.
thought-
Again, I don't know. It just happens. It just flows.
Right.
I think that song for me, I really wrote that around, I think, a lot of rejection from labels and a lot of rejection from trying to like get across what I wanted to say and what I wanted to do, and people just constantly saying no, 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 and like the struggle of deciding, okay, what hills am I gonna die on, and what am I gonna kind of like appease everybody with. And so I think that lyric kind of comes before the chorus that's just saying, fuck it, I'm just gonna do whatever I want.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love
Which
that
I
to these
did.
people. And I'm the same way. They say no, and I say, what's me?
Yeah. I mean, you have to.
Let me show you all of my secrets, all the stains I've covered with bleach and everything that I'm ashamed to see. All the colors scream the things that I feel, the haunting tracks that I've derailed, and all the dreams that I have put to sleep. And even when the dirt spills out, I'll find a way to turn it around and make the roses bloom right where I am. I'll never be an easy memory, a pretty melody that you wanna sing. I don't give a la da 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 da. You will never see me inside a dream, doing what you wish. Remember this. I don't give a la da 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 da
If you believe to yourself, then everybody will believe to you. But I think
My
the
dad
way...
has always told me before every meeting or anything I've done, believe in yourself and others will too. And that's like a motto that I've kept with me.
Oh, that's funny that I
whole
said the
time.
same word with
Yeah.
your dad.
Yeah, always. I was like, if I ever got a tattoo, it would be that
No ways.
in some other language, so no one
In
could read
Greek.
it. Yeah.
What is your favorite Greek word?
You're gonna laugh at me. They're the first one that just popped in my head. Pontiki.
Podiki.
Pontiki and Urunaki were the first
Podiki and what?
words. Urunaki?
Gurunaki?
Yeah.
I love that.
Those were the first words I ever learned.
Okay, for those who don't know Greek, Podiki is mouse and Gurunaki is little piggy. Little pig.
They're maybe the only Greek words I know other than the food words.
Okay, yes.
Spanakopita is my
your
favorite thing to cook.
Oh, you cook spanakopita?
I make a mean spanakopita.
Okay.
I make a vegan one too that's delicious that you would never know is not.
No
feta.
ways. I know that you love cooking. You have
Love
recipes to
cooking.
your YouTube
I
channel.
do. I
We
love
have
cooking.
to make together a Greek dish.
I would love that.
Yes, let's cook a Greek dish together.
That'll be your podcast follow-up. We'll just talk and cook Greek food.
Yeah. About food, about cooking. I love cooking too. And I saw your recipes and I was like, okay, she likes cooking too. That's also
I love
creative.
cooking. When I started my newsletter, I put recipes in it before anyone cared at all about my newsletter, and I would put all this effort and work into building these beautiful newsletters with recipes and stuff, and then I was like, you know what? I don't think that's a good use of my time. But like someday, I'm totally going to have a cookbook.
Yes, of course you can have a cookbook.
Yeah. I love cooking. I'm very, very, very into cooking.
Yes.
I don't have time a lot, which, sucks. But I find if I'm not making time to cook, I'm usually probably not doing great in other areas either. So it's kind of a barometer for me of where the burnout is.
Right. It needs a balance, I guess. I mean, you cannot cook every day, maybe once in a while. So we're cooking spanakopita. I'll make pasticcio, and if you're vegan, I can make vegan pasticcio.
My mom got the dolmades.
Your mom dolmades. Yes, I love dolmadaya. And about the music that you're cooking, your music is very special. You combined all the genres you worked with, like opera, with rock, and with pop, to your last album. What style will be the production of the upcoming album?
The new record definitely, I would say, is more guitar driven. It's heavier. I really wanted to explore different corners of rock with each song. So each song is very different than the next. Like, none of them really are sonically alike, but they're all cohesive. It's a very playful project. It definitely pushes into all those different genres more.
Right. Okay, perfect. I'm excited and I'm looking forward to hear that and all the next songs. Do you have anything that you want to say to your fans that they're following from the beginning, or your latest fans that they discovered you lately?
Yeah. I think I just want to say thank you. Thank you for caring. I put so much into this, and I think with the short attention span culture that we're in right now, it's very difficult to get a project that, like this, that has so many layers to like get its hooks in and really take hold. And I feel really excited that, as you know, people are worried about things becoming shorter and shorter and shorter, I seem to be gaining the people that care about art and nuance. And I just feel really grateful that there are people listening and that they want more. And I'm just really excited to keep playing music and keep meeting everyone at shows and talking to you online. Thank you.
I love it. And thank you guys for listening to us and for listening to this podcast. And of course, everybody has to go follow Anastasia Elliot, her Instagram, her Spotify.
Please send me a message.
Send
Tell
her
me
a
you found me
message.
here.
If you're in London, please invite her. But if you're in a different city in Europe or anywhere in US, please invite her.
If you found me on here, you should send me a message and maybe I'll mail you some Greek cookies or something.
Ooh, Greek cookies are here.
Yeah, if you made it to the end of this, I'll send you some cookies.
Yes. If you made till now, you have some Greek cookies from
cookies.
Anastasia.
I've done it before.
You have done this?
Yeah.
What kind of Greek cookies you sent?
Kourourakia.
Kourourakia?
Yeah.
Ah, I love kourourakia. I want some.
My mom makes the best.
I believe that.
They're so good.
She
makes gluten-free ones that are really good.
Oh.
I need to make her make those.
We need to open a Greek bakery or something.
Have you found any good Greek restaurants here?
No.
No, there's nothing.
I'm sorry, Nashville, but
everything
there's
that's Greek here is not
good
Greek.
Only call us and we make a dinner. We send it.
We should totally start a dinner club where we get all the Greek people together and we have dinner parties.
Oh, we already are doing it.
Well, where's my invite?
I didn't know you. I met you today. So now next time.
Please.
We're going to get together with Athena, Athanasios. We get together and we cook. We're trying.
I would love that.
We plan this right after this podcast. We plan, and now we will do videos. We will do like a little vlog.
I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
And then next year, you will fly to London.
Mm-hmm.
And then from London, we go to Crete, where I'm from. They have straight flights. So
we will do that next year. We're manifesting.
We're going to manifest.
I'll write a song about it and then it will happen.
True. I believe in manifesting. Mm-hmm. So if you write the song, it will happen.
I'm very careful now about what I write songs about because of my my track record.
About the plane.
Multiple songs. I just have written a lot of things into existence, so I'm very careful.
Oh, which other became...
Honestly, all of them have things that they
happened later.
Kind of predicted, so... The new record, being focused on empowerment and success, is
listen, the next song is right. I became a millionaire. I have helicopters.
That's what Derek said, that we should rechange the name of the new record to Platinum Selling Billionaire.
Yeah, I have my platinum CD that I just published, and it's going to become platinum.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, and I'm touring every day with a private airplane, and you have us.
We just got to go on a private airplane for like this tour, and I spent the whole time just like envisioning all my costumes on it and my band.
Yes, imagine that. How cool it will be.
It felt right. It fit.
We're manifesting right now. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for being here.
Much.
I really, really appreciate it. I wish I had more time.
I know, we could talk forever.
I want to talk for so many things, and I'm sure I haven't asked all the questions that I had. I don't know if you want to add anything else.
Do you have a question on there you really wanted to ask that you didn't get to?
I don't know. I didn't ask you anything about your purple sessions. You
Oh.
also were hosting.
I did. I had a podcast.
You had a podcast that were hosting about people with creativity and mental health and stuff. That you can.
I
They
really
can also.
loved doing that, but it was a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
It was a lot of
believe me.
work because I really research a lot and I wanted to have questions that were like really thoughtful and deep because it's my biggest pet peeve when I struggle now. It's my biggest pet peeve when I go on a podcast and the person doesn't know anything about me.
Oh.
And they don't ask good
How did
questions.
I do?
You did great.
Oh, thank
You
you.
knew things. But there's
Oh, I
so
knew
many people
everything.
that will come on a podcast though, and that's not the point of their podcast, and they'll be asking questions like they won't even know I was in a plane crash. When people don't even know like the bare minimum things about like my artistry, I'm just like, why am I here? You
I
don't really want to
agree.
know anything.
I agree.
It drives me nuts. So I really cared to put a lot of work into the questions, and it was a lot of work to prep them, to film them, and to edit them, and then it just was another thing I needed to promote so hard, and I was just like, this is not actually like feeding the music the way I want it to. It's just going to be another thing to have to promote. So I would love to have a podcast again someday because I loved it, but maybe when I'm not doing so many other things.
I know.
I have to be very careful about spreading my energy too much.
I understand because I also put a lot of energy, but that's why I have seasons, and that's the season 1. As I said, that's the last episode of season 1.
I'm honored to be the last.
Yes, we already planned our Greek
Greek adventures.
Yes, Greek Adventures, and season 2 is coming in 2026. But I really enjoyed our conversation.
Me too.
I'm glad you liked
Thank you.
our podcast and my questions. Of course, I knew everything before
Yeah,
I come
were
in
great.
here. I always
Because you're an artist
study.
and you care and you want to be asked good questions too.
Yes, I'm an artist, so I want to treat people as I wanted to be treated because I feel the same when I go to an
Yeah.
interview and they have no
Yeah.
idea about my stuff.
I feel like where I'm at in life right now, I worry about myself getting in podcasts like that now because I don't think I will be nice anymore.
That's fine. That's
I don't
fine
think I have
then.
patience for that anymore.
No, that's good. That's good. But
I'll
I'm
just
happy.
start roasting them and giving fake stories.
Oh no. Well, I'm glad you
They
didn't
won't
do
even know.
any fakes.
No.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they find that on the comments or something.
No. You did great.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank
I'm sure
you.
we will do something in the future again. Thank you for watching this episode. If you're watching till now, send a message to Anastasia.
Yes.
She will send you
Get
Greek
your
cookies. And please like, subscribe to the channel, and we will talk soon. Have a
Amazing.
great rest of your day. Kisses.